What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic, Usyk versus Chisora. Is it Fury versus Wilder all over again? Let's chop it up and see what it's all about.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life before riches, huh? That life before riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glazzy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
Okay, boxing fans, let's chop up some boxing again today. All right, so big fight coming up Saturday, October 31st, Halloween. Usyk versus Chisora. Should be an interesting fight, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this one. All right, so as we all know, Usyk's been around. He's like undisputed, okay, at cruiserweight. Chisora's been around for quite a while. As a matter of fact, he's about 36 years old, so we can see that he's been around for quite a while now. He's had many fights, okay? A lot of the top guys in the business. I mean, he fought Fury, he fought Dylan White. I mean, so he has a very extensive record, in boxing, okay? Over 40 fights, okay? And so he's definitely an experienced fighter. Okay, I mean, he has the experience with some of the top guys in the business, okay? And that much is clear. Usyk, on the other hand, is coming up from cruiserweight, so he's not exactly as big as, a lot of the heavyweights out there. He's definitely not as big as Chisora. So that should be, I mean, if that's going to be an issue in this fight, I'm not sure. I wouldn't think so. I mean, there's a lot of talk about the fact that Chisora is huge, and that he's a heavyweight, and he fought a lot of big heavyweights, which he has. And but I mean, height-wise, they're not really much. I think, as a matter of fact, I think Usyk might be a couple of millimeters taller than Chisora. It's just that Chisora has a bigger frame than Usyk, okay? And he's a heavyweight, like I said, been in there with the big heavyweights, with a guy like Fury who's like 6'9". So, Usyk, I mean, Chisora has been there with some big guys, and he's used to fighting big guys, and he's used to taking punches from bigger guys. So, there's a talk out there that Chisora. Excuse me there for a minute. Sorry about that. So there's a lot of talk out there that it's going to be an issue for Usyk, in taking the punches that Chisora is going to be dishing out. I mean, and Chisora does have a good punch, okay? And there's no deny that he does have power, but the problem is going to be for Chisora is, will he be able to connect? That's going to be the problem, okay? Because as far as I can see, Usyk is an excellent boxer. I mean, he has all the tools that's necessary. I mean, and then some, okay? I mean, the man has a vast repertoire of punches, okay? I mean, every punch in the book that you can think of, he has it, and then some that you probably don't even know about. And on top of that, excellent movement, okay? He moves very well in the ring, okay? And then on top of that again, he's very defensively sound as a fighter, okay? One of the most defensively sound fighters out there, okay? I mean, probably the most defensively sound fighter, next to, say, somebody like Tyson Fury. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. And so based on all of that, okay, and based on the fact that Chisora has been in a lot of wars in his time, even though, I mean, he's looking pretty good right now. He has a string of victories so far, and he's looking pretty good at this point in time. Looks like he's in top shape. Looks like he's motivated. I just don't see the path to victory for Chisora. I just don't see it. I mean, I looked and I'm looking, but I just can't see the path to victory because I mean, you know, if you talk about his size, that's the only thing that people are talking about really is about how big he is, and that, you know, and again, I just mentioned to you that he's not really much bigger than, well, he's not much taller than Usyk. I mean, he's not taller than Usyk at all. They're about the same height, or maybe Usyk maybe a little bit taller. So I mean, you know, and then he's bigger frame. That's about it. And he, you know, I'm pretty sure he's going to be heavier. And you know, he is massive. You know, in his frame, maybe compared to Usyk. But you know, I just in that situation, I'm just seeing that that's just a case of the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Because I think that that's just making him a bigger target for Usyk. You know, his size, and I don't think, you know, I mean, he definitely doesn't have the movement for Usyk, and so he's going to be coming forward in this fight. And I mean, Usyk probably is going to be going backward. But I mean, you know, that's the way Usyk fights. So I mean, he can fight on the back foot. That's not necessarily the way he fights, but he can do that if he has to. So I mean, I'm not really gonna. I don't think the size is gonna make much of a difference in this fight. Like I said, other than that, it's just gonna make Chisora a bigger target for Usyk. I think that Usyk is gonna be jabbing him, you know, throwing hooks, uppercuts, straight left hand. I mean, you know, then there's the problem with the fact that Usyk is gonna be back, you know, boxing left-handed. So I mean, I just see a host of problems for Chisora, and I think that another thing about Usyk is the hand speed. Okay, I mean, I think that the hand speed is going to be a decisive difference. It's going to make a decisive difference in this fight. Okay, I think he's just going to be too fast for Chisora. I mean, yeah, granted, Chisora does have the power, and Usyk is a cruiserweight, and so if he lands, you know, it could be a short night, but that's going to be a big if. Okay, it was the same thing with Joshua and Fury. I mean, you know, it's all good to have that one. You know, well, I'm not going to say that. You know, by making a comparison, I'm not really saying that Chisora is as one-dimensional as Deontay Wilder in terms of just having a big right hand. Yeah, he's going to be in there boxing, but I mean, I don't really see that Chisora, you know, is that much of a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. He might be a little better, but again, I just think that, you know, all the decisive factors are in Usyk's, you know, except for the size that is in Usyk's favor. I mean, he's faster, okay, you know, better, you know, is much faster, okay, in terms of hand speed, okay. Variety of punches that he's going to bring to the fight. You know, he does more tools in his toolbox in terms of, you know, punch selection. Okay. You know, his movement, you know, he got good lateral movement in the ring. I mean, excellent movement. He seems like he's coming to every fight very conditioned, you know, in good shape. Okay. And so, I mean, everything is pointing towards, you know, Usyk shutout in this fight. I mean, especially the hand speed and the movement, okay? And, you know, I mean, people are talking about the fact that, oh, well, you know, they have to, you know, if Usyk got to finish him fast, or if they get into the later round, I mean, that shows have to finish Usyk fast, or if they get into the later round, it's going to be a problem for Chisora. But a problem for Usyk. I don't really think that this fight is going to go the distance. Okay, I think that Usyk is going to stop Chisora. I think that he wants to make a statement, and you know, I send a message out to the rest of the heavyweights out there that he's, you know, he's here and he means business. And I think he's going to be looking to stop Chisora. And even if he's not looking to stop Chisora, I think the opportunity is going to present itself, because I just don't see, you know, Usyk losing to Chisora. I mean, I can't see the path to victory for Chisora in this fight at all. I mean, I just don't. I mean, yeah, he can get a punch in there maybe, but I mean, I think Usyk take a pretty good punch. I've seen him get clocked before, and he, you know, he seemed to handle it pretty well. So I see Chisora coming forward. Okay, trying to land a big punch, you know, trying to overwhelm Usyk in the first round, second round, and I think by the third round, I think that Usyk is gonna connect with a good punch and he's gonna put Chisora out of the, you know, out of the fight. I think it's gonna be a stoppage, and I think that Usyk is gonna stop him by the third round. I would believe. I'm not, you know, that's not necessarily a prediction, but that's just the way I see the fight going. Okay, I just don't see the tools at Chisora's disposal to keep Usyk off of him. Okay, I just don't see it. You don't have the defense. Okay, you know, and then you combine that with the fast hands of Usyk. I'm thinking Usyk is gonna stop him by the third round. Okay, that's how I basically see this fight going. Okay, and if the fight goes into the middle rounds, again, Usyk is always in good condition. Okay, and it's gonna be his movement, his hand speed, and his power, because Usyk does have power. Heavyweight or no heavyweight. If you're gonna hit somebody with clean shots, which is a next thing about Usyk is his accuracy. Okay, in punching, he has good accuracy. Okay, his shots are accurate. So I just don't see Chisora being able to avoid the punches. I don't think he has the defense. He's not that defensively sound to be able to, deal with the hand speed and the movement, the power of Usyk. And so this fight, should be a short night for Usyk. No, I'm not totally discounting Chisora, because again, anything could happen in boxing. Okay, and we have seen it before. But when you add up all the intangibles and the tangibles, I'm just, it's going to be a very tough job for Chisora in this fight. It's a gargantuan task as far as I can see, to be able to deal with a guy like Usyk, who is so mobile, so fast, and so defensively sound. Okay, and yeah, I see a stoppage, and I think that Usyk is going to stop him, and I don't think it's going to go past third round, because I think that Usyk is going to come straight. I think Chisora is going to come straight for Usyk, which is going to play into his hands. Okay, he's going to be there trying to impose his size and his strength on Chisora, and I think he's going to get caught coming in with a shot, and he's going to get stopped. Okay, because by all accounts, everybody's saying that that's his ticket to winning this fight is to overwhelm Usyk in the first couple of rounds and try to stop him. I just don't see that happening. I think him trying to impose himself on Usyk is going to be his downfall, and that's what is going to make the fight short. Okay, because what other option does Chisora really have? I don't think he's gonna box Usyk. Okay, in terms of just boxing him. Okay, so he's gonna have to try to get in on the inside, impose himself on him, wear him down, and try to knock him out. Okay, because with his size and his strength and his power. But again, like I said, I don't see that happening. I see that all of that playing into Usyk's hands, and I think that's where the knockout is going to come for Usyk, with because of what the strategy. If that's the strategy that they're going to use. I don't know what strategy Chisora is going to use. But that's the most likely scenario, I would think. Because I don't think he can outbox Usyk, and I don't think he can outbox Usyk. So I think that he's going to try to impose his strength and his power on Usyk. But Usyk is not short of power himself, and so. And his hands are much faster than Chisora, and also he's more defensively sound than Chisora. So everything in this fight points towards Usyk winning big. Okay, and I think he is going to make a statement to the rest of the heavyweights that he's here, and that statement is going to be emphatic. Okay, so yeah, I see a stoppage. I see Usyk stopping Chisora in this fight. And Chisora did have a puncher's chance. Okay, that's always there. But we all saw what happened with the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight, Deontay had a puncher's chance, but it didn't really do much good in that fight. Again, we might see Usyk taking the fight to Chisora and using his hand speed and his power to stop, to stop Chisora instead of just letting Chisora bring the fight to him. Okay, we might just see that. Okay, because again, I mean, they're not that much difference in size, in height wise. So, it's not like he's gonna be looking up at Chisora. Okay, he's gonna be right there. So, it should be an interesting fight. That's all I have to say. And for as long as it lasts. But I don't think it's gonna go the distance. Okay, I think Chisora will stop him. But it's gonna have to play out, and we'll all see how it plays out. But even though I don't want to seem like I'm down on Chisora, okay, but I mean we have to factor in a lot of things. I mean, we have to look at his age. Okay, he's 36 years old, and Usyk is a young lion. Okay, Chisora is an old lion. Okay, and so that I'm pretty sure that would play a part in this fight as well. Okay, so I mean when you add up all the when you add everything up and you look at the fight, I mean even though David Hay, who's Chisora's manager, is talking a good game, okay, and promote the fight. I mean he's good at doing that. I mean he's great at it. You listening to him, you think that it's just a matter of what round Chisora is going to knock out Usyk in. Okay, and that's all it is. I mean, but I don't think that's anywhere near what really is going to happen, despite what David Hay is saying. So again, I'm looking to see Usyk put on a boxing exhibition. I think he's gonna more than likely stop Chisora by around the third round, and that's the way I see this fight. Okay, but again, like I said, anything could happen in the fight. Chisora's been on a streak, and maybe he might surprise us, but I don't really think so. So I think that's all I have for right now. I'm gonna leave it there. It's gonna be Usyk by stoppage. Maybe around the third round or so. That's all I have. This is TBE Boxing. I'm out.